What does the neon red flag of market failure look like? It looks like the show circus that is HQ2 for Amazon, where mayors and municipalities drop their drawers trying to prostrate themselves to the Seattle giant in hopes of them choosing their city and detonate a prosperity bomb in town square. What do we have? We have 20 cities competing for Amazon's second HQ. Amazon's worship by consumers and investors has resulted in a frenzied pitch among municipalities that highlights the perversion of our nation at the hands of big tech. In a genius move, Amazon has created an offline algorithm that pits cities against one another, occupies the headlines of almost every major newspaper and news program while soaking taxpayers. Let's be clear, this is a zero-sum game. Every dollar that Toronto puts up in terms of a subsidy or a tax credit is taking money out of the hides of school districts and fire departments in another city. This is just plain gross. So let's start the competition. Let's see who wins Amazon HQ2. All right. So here we go. Amazon HQ2 show circus. Nashville, Tennessee, a super cool place, great for young people. Absolutely no chance. Boston, come on, we're sick of Boston. All the universities, the sailing, whatever. I just don't see Jeff Bezos deciding to be in Boston. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh deserves to get this. Carnegie Mellon, one of the best universities in the world right now. A city on the upswing. It has absolutely no chance. Atlanta, another great city, fantastic universities. Emory, Georgia Tech should be a likely winner with, in fact, their airports. But again, I don't think Mr. Bezos wants to live in Atlanta. Los Angeles, what's the point of a second HQ if you're going to be on the West Coast? Austin, Texas, this has an outside shot. A fantastic university, but again, geographically disadvantaged because it's not east of the Mississippi. Dallas, Texas, this is a tough one. Just when you thought you were in Austin and you thought life couldn't get any worse, you get transferred to Dallas. No chance. Raleigh, North Carolina, fantastic universities, great place to live. Doesn't have any chance because of the whole gender bathroom thing. Denver, Colorado, I don't know if the Bezos family skis, but I don't see this as having much chance. Columbus, Ohio. Did I mention Ohio? New York City, let's hold on to this one. DC, let's hold on to that. Newark, New Jersey, let's hold on to this one. Philadelphia, let's put that in the New York pile. Montgomery County, Maryland, that goes into the DC pile. Northern Virginia, we're putting in another pile. Indianapolis, Miami, a dark horse here. Why? Because anyone who lives in Seattle probably wants to spend more time in Miami. Toronto, Canada. Now this is hilarious. As Amazon sees and is fearful, rightfully fearful of regulation, they're going to locate in a city that has no representatives in Congress. This is, in a word, ridiculous. In Chicago, despite the knee pads, the willing to give up taxation to Amazon, basically said, we give up Amazon. You now have taxing authority and license over how to allocate civic funds. Chicago, you don't deserve it. So it all comes down to two locations. It's either going to be the metro area of New York or the metro area of DC. Why? There are only two criteria here. The first is where you can attract and retain the best talent. And in the eyes of Amazon, the best talent is a 24-year-old double E grad from MIT. This individual isn't concerned with cost of living. Cost of living only matters when you're in your 30s and you begin collecting dogs and kids. Amazon doesn't care about those individual middle managers. They only care about young people who are willing to pile into 5-bedroom apartments in Gowanus or Adams Morgan. This will be New York or it will be DC. And the only criteria that really matters at the end of the day is where, again, a 53-year-old billionaire, the wealthiest man in the world, wants to spend more time. And where does Mr. Bezos already have homes, already have a toothbrush, which i.e. means he likes these places? You guessed it, DC and New York. Bezos, the thing to do here is to pick the city now, stop this ridiculous process, and announce you're going to reinvest those proceeds back into the local community. This is a show. However, as the wealthiest man in the world, I see good in you. Come to the light, Jeff. To the mayors, band together and do something good for each other and refuse to take part in this ridiculous process. Mr. Bezos, come to the light. Come to the light!
No.